This is really quite different. An amazing 300-year-old grotto that has survived the demolition of the house above it, the garden behind it, and a building has been built in front of it. It has just been restored and reopened. It is an amazing array of minerals and stones lining some cellar walls, including a piece from the Giant's Causeway. It is a Grade 2 star listed building. It was built by Alexander Pope, who was a very successful poet, writer and translator. In this video I will cover some history, context, location and visiting tips. Please stay to the end for all the detail. I hope you enjoy. Please like and subscribe. Thank you for watching Eclectic Experience, change seen through images. Pope's Grotto is located here in Twickenham, on the banks of the River Thames. To provide some context, looking at a list of monarchs, the grotto was built in 1720 at the time of George I, the first monarch from the House of Hanover. To get an idea of the extent of the grotto, this is the map from the guide leaflet. Also from the leaflet, on the front page, this is a picture of how Pope's house would have looked, together with the grotto entrance. The grotto served many purposes. It was a route through from the front to the back of the house to the garden. Interestingly, the garden was on the other side of the road, so the grotto served as a tunnel under the road, enabling access to the garden without ever leaving the property. Alexander Pope created this amazing grotto by covering the basement walls with stones and gems that were given to him by a wide range of people. They were attached in several different ways, and a fascinating part of the visit is seeing how this work was achieved by looking at some of the exposed areas left by the trust during the conservation work. In this picture we can see the crosshatch of the mortar that was done over 300 years ago. The mortar is on the brickwork vaulting that's underneath it, but also in other areas there was a wooden frame used, and in other areas again for larger items, metal fixings. There are quite a few fascinating points to note from this grotto. The tunnel was actually extended when the road was widened long after Pope's death, which is why the end part, which we see here, is pretty bare. Pope's garden is long gone, but the tunnel remains. From the garden it actually would have been possible to look through the tunnel, through the grotto, back and see the River Thames. The Thames itself would look very different then, and to illustrate this, at the site there is a screen at the end of the grotto and shows what a journey along the Thames would have been like. More of this video and a recreation of how the garden might have looked can be accessed from the Pope's Grotto Preservation Trust website. Link in the description below. Pope's house was demolished in 1808, and there followed a lot of development and construction on the site over the many years. The building we see now is a school. Remarkably, when this building was constructed, it was built over the grotto and in front of it, yet the grotto survived and has been retained. Alexander Pope was very famous in his day and had a lot of influential friends who he would have entertained in the grotto, and who furnished him with the stones and minerals to fill it, including even a piece from the Giant's Causeway. He translated Homer's works into English, and it is thought that the proceeds from this helped him afford to build the house, garden, and most significantly the grotto. He also used the grotto to work in, sitting with a twinkling light with a view of the Thames. It would have looked quite amazing. At the top of this picture there are actually 3 mirrors that help with this effect. Make sure you look out for them when visiting, as they're easy to miss, especially the middle one. Some visiting tips. There are good road and rail transport links in the area, with both Strawberry Hill and Twickenham stations within easy walking distance, 15 minutes from Twickenham. When I visited there was a toilet and cafe open on the site. but Twickenham is very close by with all of its facilities. For details of its opening, it's best to check the Pope's Grotto Preservation Trust website. The grotto is in a school, so the days when it can be open are limited. When I looked, there is an aim to open the site for 30 days a year, and it is best to book in advance as the slots regularly sell out. To access the grotto, it is necessary to go down some steep steps, and the floor of the grotto itself are uneven, but if you are physically up to it, it is well worth the effort. I've only scratched the surface of the information available, and I would recommend visiting the Trust website before visiting the grotto itself, as there's so much to this fascinating story. It is a really interesting place to see. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I'll be making more similar ones, so please like and subscribe. Thank you for watching Eclectic Experience, change seen through images.